Okay, let's get started. Rational exponents are fractional exponents. It's another way to think of it. The general form is a to the m over n power. And by definition, a to the m over n power can mean two things. I'll write them over here. It can mean the nth root of a to the m power. So the denominator of the fraction is the root, and the m is the power, the exponent. Or it can mean the nth root of a all to the m power. Both ways will get the same answer, but one way is going to be more convenient than the other, depending. Let's look at an example of that. So how about 8 to the 2/3 power? Okay, so the 3 is the root and the 2 is the exponent. And let's go ahead and simplify this both ways. Okay, so on the left, this would be the third root of 8 squared. The third root of 8 squared is, well, let's simplify 8 squared. That's going to be 64. So the third root is 64. Okay, and then the third root of 64 is 4. So we get our answer that way. And the reason why the third root of 64 is 4 is because 4 times 4 times 4 equals 64. Now let's use the other method. So this would be the third root of 8. I'll write that right here. And then I'm going to put parentheses around it and square it after I find the third root of 8. Now the third root of 8 is 2. And then I'm going to just carry the exponent over. Now the third root of 8 is 2, is 2 because 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. That's why the third root of 8 is 2. Okay, so back to this, 2 squared is 4. So the answer is 4. We get the answer using both methods, like we should. Let's try an example here. Here's an example. I put EX for example. Let's simplify 10, or how about 100 to the 5/2 power. That's 5 over 2 power. Now I have to decide which method to use. And I'm going to choose this one. And you'll see why. So this is equal to, according to this method right here, parentheses, the square root of 100 to the 5th power. So I chose this method because I have to find the square root of 100, which is easy. I know that's 10. If I had used this method over here, I would have had to find the square root of 100, of 100 to the 5th power. Okay, here we go. So the square root of 100 is 10, and then we still have to the 5th power right here. Now 10 to the 5th power is going to be pretty easy to do. When you have 10 to a power, it equals it'll have the same number of zeros as the exponent right here. So I'm going to write a 1 here, and then I'm going to write 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so there's the answer, 100,000. So 10 to the 5 halves power is equal to 100,000. Let's try another example. (32 to the 1/5 power). Now, because the exponent is 1, I don't think it's going to matter what method we use, but I'm going to go ahead and use the second method again. Okay, so we have parentheses, 5th root of 32 to the power of 1. Now, the 5th root of 32 is 2. Put 2 to the 1. And that's because, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is 32. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish the problem now. So 2 to the first power, anything to the first power is that anything. So 2 to the first power is 2. That's it. Very good.